Caitlin Clark's game is just so smooth to watch. Watch her come off this handoff and get on the other side before the defender who's going under. That brings a second defender towards the ball. Caitlin Clark's gonna have a full head of steam downhill and turn the corner. But she has this preternatural ability to find every open cutter. She's not even looking towards the middle of the floor. She's got her head down, still trying to turn the corner. Lexi Hall's gonna cut to the middle of the paint. How does Caitlin look like the second Caitlin Clark turns the corner? She is instantly able to find cutters. It's this preternatural ability that I don't know how she does it. Again, this is just the smoothness of Caitlin Clark, the way she plays the game. The second this Atlanta Dream defender comes up to gamble, right there, bang. Caitlin Clark's going to turn the corner, full head of steam downhill. Now, this defender has to work to get back over the top. What's Caitlin Clark do? As soon as you get back over the top, look at Caitlin Clark behind the back crossover, step back midi. That is silky, that if you make mistakes, even on defensive plays that Caitlin Clark's not involved, she's gonna burn you right here. Off this handoff. You gotta get up and jam the screener so Angel Reese can go under. Since you don't jam the screener, Angel Reese, these two dream defenders end up screening each other. Now Caitlin Clark comes off the handoff that Angel Reese is supposed to switch, but she's stuck in the paint, and you know what happens next. This is where Caitlin Clark's at her most lethal in transition. You've got to sprint back, get a defensive stance on the palms of your feet ready to slide. You cannot guard Caitlin Clark by just backpedaling, because now she's going to turn on the jets and blow right by you. Once she has the angle again, look at the amount of defenders she draws. Angel Reeves is collapsing towards the ball, but because this defender again is trying to work to get over the top, watch Caitlin Clark just stop on a dime and do a step back, draws a third defender, and now it's just Aaliyah Boston's wide open. That is phenomenal. Even out of a sideline out of bounds, her passing ability is unbelievable. Kelsey Mitchell's coming off a cross screen right here. Angel Reese is switching. Look at this pass from Caitlin Clark. If it is not perfect, it's a turnover. She is going to perfectly lead Kelsey Mitchell right to the ball and to a layup. Look at this pass. Look at that. Perfectly leading it over the top of Angel Reese. That is unreal off a sideline out of bounds. My God. Again, in transition, look at Caitlin Clark. Head is always up the floor. This is a supercomputer. If you make this, defender's got to stay with Aaliyah Boston. If you make a mistake and try and have one of these defenders scramble from over the top, you're done. Look at this right there. As soon as that defender leaves, Caitlin Clark picks her dribble up and knows all I got to do is this over the top of these two defenders, full court pass, leading Aaliyah Boston right into the paint. Again, just incredible, just off ball movement, creating a bucket. Obviously, you got to crowd Caitlin Clark out beyond the three-point line. That's her range right here. But off this handoff, like now you get stuck. You need to be jamming the screener and going under as soon as this defender gambles and goes over the top. Bang, Caitlin Clark's going back door, letting Aaliyah Boston screen the defender. Beautiful layup. This is just surgical what Caitlin Clark does to this defender. Kelsey Mitchell is going to fake like she's setting a screen and slip it, but the defender is still trying to get over the top of a screen. That's not even there. But the second she's trying to get over the top and gambling with her hands, Caitlin Clark is going to be easily able to turn the corner. And as you see, you just need a half a step, because now this defender is trying to get back over the top, so we'll cross you back over to the middle of the floor, and this is where Caitlin Clark is going to use her strength. Now I just lower my shoulder into the right here, right into the step back midi. That is wild. Caitlin Clark's handles have never been better. You don't see this in the NBA. Look at what she does to this defender. This is sick. One little dribble this way gets you leaning ever so slightly, so bang. Now I've got you leaning. Now we're gonna go behind the back, cross you up, and then again into the step back. 3, holy mercy. This is unbelievable in transition. It does not matter where Caitlin Clark is on the floor. She can be beyond half court. Her head is always up the floor, looking for a mistake. With Caitlin Clark especially, you have to sprint back in transition, but if you get caught jogging. Look at Caitlin Clark right here, seeing all of this, waiting for Kelsey Mitchell to just run her lane, get ahead of the defender, and bang, perfect pass in transition, another layup. Again, offensively, this possession just started. You have to slide your feet, and it does not matter when or where in the shot clock. Stop. The second this defender's gambling is when Caitlin Clark turns on the jets and bang, turns the corner on you like clockwork. And once she has the step, now she's going to use her strength. Look at her lower shoulder into the defender right before the layup to create a little bit more space. 2 points. Again, it doesn't matter when in the possession. This possession just started. You have to be so disciplined guarding Caitlin Clark. Angel Reese has to stick with Caitlin Clark. I don't know what she's doing. All of a sudden she says, "You guard Caitlin Clark, I'll stick around in the paint." Fine. Well, when you're guarding, show your hands and slide your feet. Gambling right to the second, the millisecond you gamble. Bang, Caitlin Clark's gone, and cooking to you. This draws a defender into the paint, and it's a practice. 3 for Sophie Cunningham.